Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. We've taken our first squad of prisoners, of German prisoners, but we're not by any stretch of the imagination out of the woods yet. Plan for this turn is to make an assault on this MG, but the goal is to avoid being shot beforehand. How do I do that? And I think the answer is I start here with Lieutenant Dearborn. I start with Lieutenant Stern, and I shell this MG. This MG has visibility to this spot here. So that's how we stop from getting pummeled by them as soon as they go in here. So let's throw some mortar rounds. I love mortars. Shabamzo. Undaunted. Gosh darn it. No way shooting them is going to work. All right, so we'll rally the unit we've got right here. And maybe they'll be ready to shoot next turn. Meanwhile, Captain Murphy will go ahead and bolster the unit he's currently got with him.
Come on! Get the BAR up here.
Hold on.
Watch your flank.
Wait a minute. Currently got both selected. So if I pour it on, I am projecting to deal a bunch of damage. So we'll pour it on again. Hey, we won the initiative this time.
Up!
Excellent. And do I save my action? No, I think I shoot again. Because I want to get them completely out of shots. Excellent. I got that officer down to one action. If he rallies, that's okay, because I can maybe make an assault happen with first platoon over here. But that's all good. That's all good. Now, this unit I have failed to cost his shots. So we're gonna have to be a little bit chaotic over here. I really hope I don't get seen. I think this assault might be the first thing we do, and we just... Alright, well, he won't be able to press him, so they're not going to get another shot. So that is what it is. Yeah, I think this might be an assault. With that having been said, I'm thinking about the northern part of the front. So, I think that's the way to go first. Again, this unit has visibility all down here, but it doesn't have shots right now. So, I'm really, really hoping there's not another enemy unit kicking around here. Oh, but this machine gun doesn't have visibility over here. So maybe I can get around them. PFC Keller, sleeve torn and ragged, hurries over and takes cover beside you. The Krauts are backing off, Captain. Well, not all of them. Where are they going? We can capitalize on this. Where are they going? East, mostly, PFC Keller says, and plucks at his ruined sleeve. The bullet that creased it was rather kind to him, all things considered. So this is at Messina. Nice. Toward the beachhead? First Sergeant Grant asks. Maybe. Seems like they're hoofing it straight east, but maybe they're just turning a bit north if you squint real hard. Not all of them. We need to turn them south instead. Look to Grant. Huh. Not all of them. Yeah, those machine guns of theirs aren't moving, PFC Keller says and gives a little shake of his head. Sounds like they're covering a withdrawal and not a retreat. The Germans have a plan. Probably a lot of them, Captain, First Sergeant Grant says. We haven't taken any of battalion's objectives, and losses have been... could have been worse. How do you want to handle the Krauts? Scouts? Firepower? Order more scouts out? Remove some fog of war? The men will know this is a win. All officers will eventually earn some extra trust. Tell battalion we're winning, plus 1 prestige. The enemy's MG-42s are our focus. Unlock positive events for the American weapons platoon. Or regroup, let the Germans retreat. End the scenario. Accept a mission draw and amend major victory. No, we gotta take some objectives, y'all. We can't just keep goofing around here. But this has been a bad scenario. I'm actually considering it. I'm actually considering taking a draw here. No. I have to get... I'm within spitting distance of getting at least a couple of my objectives. I'm going to get them. Regroup. Let the Germans... the enemy MG-42s are our focus. Can't get more... Can't get more support fire. I'm going to unlock positive events for the weapons platoon. You tell Grant what you want to happen. 30 cals versus MG-42s is an uneven match until you bring up the mortars. Fight fire with fire, First Sergeant Grant says, but only if the building is going to burn down anyway. I'll see to it the weapons platoon knows the score and gets their ammo. Holy shit. Yeah, good observation. Alright, so now... let's move this unit forward into heavy cover.
With me.
Okay, still no enemy units. Let's make an assault happen. Can I do it from here? No. Give me that MG-42. Nice! Got an MG-42, captured German, Italian, and French machine gun. Nice. All right. So that is a big moment. Gonna risk moving Lieutenant Thompson across here now. And him and this unit are gonna... No. We're gonna move forward reasonably. And we're gonna keep moving forward through these woods. Okay. I'm gonna hold here. We'll spend one of Captain Murphy's action points to take command of this squad, just to get across here into the woods. We've gotten one objective. Or we're close to getting one objective. If we can get this one and we can get this one, what are our... we're currently at minor defeat. Oh, we do have an objective. Oh, yeah, because this was an objective. All right. We can get 3 for a draw, 5 for a minor victory. Maybe I should have taken the draw. But that's okay. I'm going to leave Captain Murphy here to rally this unit next turn. And this time I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to rally them. You'll see. You'll see me rally them. Anyway, that's all of Thompson's turn. Obviously, as you can see from the fact that I'm down here, Dearborn is next.
kein Austria.
On the other hand, no. This unit is out of shots. If Stern presses this MG, we could shoot this turn. I'm going to try it. This might be a giant error. So what does shooting look like here? It's all right. Let's bolster as well. And now we'll spend one of Captain Murphy's points and shoot. Yes! We won the initiative. Obviously, we've been shot back pretty bad, but that's okay. We got them... Oh, we got them down to cowering. That's really important, because that means I got leeway to do my assault down here.
Wo ist Karl?
So now, the question is, how do I do it? The risk here is I get absolutely annihilated walking through this hex. But this unit is facing this way. If I go down around here, then I can assault from here. And that would be from behind. I'm going to try it. Might be a huge mistake, we'll find out. Oh my gosh, it's working. Get him!
Come on!
The German machine gun doesn't let up, even as your men spray the farmhouse with suppressive fire. One of your fellows goes down, then another as the enemy weapon spits rapid fire defiance. Finally, a pair of your men reach the house. One kicks down the door, only to be thrown backwards by a burst of machine gun fire. The survivor hucks up a grenade. Windows shatter and smoke rises up. He rushes in. A rifle cracks out twice, and the German MG falls silent. A moment later, two women and a gaggle of children stagger out the door, eyes red and wide with terror, bleeding from countless scratches. Your men let them pass numbly as the potential cost of the assault begins to sink in. The way ahead is clear for now. That's going to be some combat fatigue. Ruin of war. Secure the occupied farmhouse at San Fratello. All right, now, you, sir.
Watch your flank!
Are going to get toasted. So, here's my... You can't cover any of this. So I'm going to make a daring rush up this way. Spotted, that's okay. Detour, it's not a detour, it's the place you're going. And then this unit is just going to get as far forward as they freaking can. Here. And then up to here. This is some Mad Lad action over here, but now we're across. And that means the last thing is Lieutenant Rao. So, we'll pass the buck over to him for the final section of turn 5. And now we've got a lot more ability to run forward. Where's the enemy?
Suche die Nabelschnur, mein weher Arsch. Kein Himmelfahrtskommando. Was ist das?
Do one of those guys just say my bare ass?
Wo ist Dicke Bertha?
I don't speak German, but it'd be cool if I did. Alright. Rally.
We must go now!
Oh, that wasn't rally. Rally.
Meine Lancers!
Anyway, that could have been done a lot smarter, but I didn't. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's get these units hustling forward. Again, the machine gun, much less of an issue now that it's suffered a bazillion suppression. A metric shit ton, as we say.
Return fire!
And that is all of Lieutenant Rao's turn. And unfortunately, I did a dumb maneuver over here, so I didn't get to do some things I would have liked. Captain Murphy's got to stay there to rally this MG. So now the question is, do I move forward with some of these other units? I can't because Thompson already went. All right. That is turn 5. Let's see what the enemy does.
Was ist ein Cottonbaler?
I guess I'll just keep ending the turn. All right. Time for turn 6. So I want to start with Stern once again. And... oh, I forgot this was an
Get
option.
the BAR up here.
Once again, I'm going to huck some mortar rounds on this MG right here. Nice.
Keep moving.
Now the unit I'm currently holding can shoot the shit out of them. Which I am going to do. Because there's nothing more fun than shooting the shit out of the German MG. Alright, and yeah, we'll keep shooting. I want to take away that action point.
Suppressing fire!
Or that order. Around here we say orders. Next, Captain Murphy is going to rally. I really need to learn the difference between rally and press. This MG.
Anyone want a speech?
Yeah, maximum verbosity. Talking shit about Kuno's verbosity. Okay, this MG can actually see over here. But I'm not super worried about getting Lieutenant Murphy shot, or Captain Murphy shot right now immediately. Obviously the mortar can't do anything. So I think the next thing we'll do is we'll get first squad moving forward just a little bit.
Wo ist Karl? Wo ist Dicke Bertha?
That better not be that MG rallying. No. Okay, good. Yeah, I think the officer lost all his actions. So we'll take first squad here. No, let's keep you moving through the woods here. Easy does it.
Don't you run off!
This squad is going to move south to take this objective. Again, you know this squad's here, but we're going to be real cautious. Alright, can't see much. You're within spitting distance of this objective, and if you can remain unseen, tell you what. Only got one more step. So we'll get a little bit closer. And after that, it's going to be Dearborn, I think. But before I do that, let's just grab Captain Murphy and get him as far forward as possible. If I am going to cross enemy visibility... Ooh. A pair of your soldiers hustles over. Held between them is an MG-42. Captain, Corporal Hernandez says, look what we found. It'll outshine that junk Italian MG we've got. And it's still warm, Private McConnell claims. Place a hand on the barrel. Touch it. Touch it. No. This is idiot bait. I kind of want it just for the memes. But I'm not gonna, because I know the way an MG-42 works. An MG-42 is a 3-man team, 1 man to carry and shoot the machine gun, and the other 2 to carry rounds and spare barrels, because the barrels get so freaking hot. So I'm not gonna freaking burn my hand normally. I wanna so bad just to see what happens. A beautiful and deadly weapon. Conceived by the Germans, tested in battle, and now in American possession. Any prisoners? First Sergeant Grant asks the pair. They shake their heads. He looks at you afterwards. So what should we do with the gun, Captain? We'll use it. Gain a captured machine gun for the rest of the scenario. Give each platoon a piece. Positive events unlocked. We'll keep it as a trophy. Loyalty +2. Send it to battalion. Prestige +2. We'll keep it as a trophy. I think I can probably do this mission without extra positive events, but 2 loyalty is the ability to help out a squad later. We'll keep it as a trophy. A trophy for Nickel Company. The men have certainly earned as much. We'll have to give it a nickname, First Sergeant Grant remarks. McConnell starts to chime in with a few suggestions, but those will have to wait. There are other machine guns to be dealt with. Ahead, half a dozen German prisoners are prodding along by the bayonet of the ever-enterprising Private Holland. The Germans certainly aren't happy. They readily curse with angry insolence at this sprightly private, even though he is the one with the weapon in hand. Whatever plan the Germans had for withdrawing has been so cruelly interrupted as to stagger their otherwise iron step. Wonder what their plan was, Grant asks as the captured enemies begin to pass by. Wonder if they let something slip by now. Rough them up and win? Captain expends 2 orders, reveal a large portion of the battlefield. We need some answers. Give me some answers, goddammit. Captain expends 1 order, reveal a portion of the battlefield. We need answers to lower casualties. Captain expends 2 orders, reveal a large portion of the battlefield. Let battalion handle this, no interrogation. So, I can sacrifice a couple orders this turn. And I'm not going to rough them up. So we need answers to lower casualties. It's not hard to be intimidating when you hold the firepower, indeed their very lives, in the palm of your hand. Naturally, they do not protest. But Private Holland just finds that funny, and maybe it is. Just threaten, conduct a serious interrogation. I think this means torture. This is going to give me combat fatigue. I think the implication here is torture. I think this is don't torture them, this is torture them. I think that's what I'm being asked here. All right, this is just sort of threaten them, and this is hurt them. Again, I have I had the option of roughing them up earlier, and I didn't. I'm just going to threaten. When it becomes clear that harsh words won't sway you, several begin to break down and cry. No doubt they remember how they've treated civilians in the past. One tries to shame his comrades into silence, but Grant separates the soldier from the others, and everything becomes easier then. A large portion of the map is revealed. Captain's orders -2. Alright. Now, in this game, combat fatigue is not visible. Or, sorry, not combat fatigue. Fog of war is not visible. It's not shown on the map. So, I don't know what's necessarily been revealed. With that having been said, I think I can operate with a reasonable confidence that a lot of this is actually genuinely clear. So I'm thinking I'm pretty happy with how that's going to go. Shouldn't have spent all of Captain Murphy's actions, but getting him forward was still the right call. Let's finish out Lieutenant Thompson's turn.
Mein weher Arsch. Was ist ein Cottonbaler? Wie viele Amis? Kein Himmelfahrtskommando.
Now, where would the enemy have to be able to see me to shoot at me while I advance on this MG? This MG can obviously cover quite a bit of territory over here. So if I advance to here, where would the enemy need to be in order to shoot at me? Couldn't from anywhere below here. If they were here, they wouldn't be able to. Well, yeah, they need to be really up here in this action. They could from here, though. So maybe the answer is I spend another turn maneuvering. Alright, this squad is now hidden. If I move Dearborn up into them, it's going to take 2 of his orders. Heck. And I wasted all of Captain Murphy's. That's okay. Alright, still can't see anyone else. On the other hand, no, you have full visibility of this road. Alright, so going that way is not going to help. And Lieutenant Dearborn will move up. And this squad will move up to here. And that's Lieutenant Dearborn. And Rao will be next. All right, no additional action by the enemy. Feeling pretty good about that. Let's run this squad across here. Let's run this squad into this house and then run them across here. Again, using cover as a stepping stone is the right call. We'll get them over here. And then we'll grab Lieutenant Rao's other squads.
Watch your fire!
Just have them go as far as they can. Oh, cripes. Okay, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. I did it. I'm so good at video games. Master of video games. Alright, and that is the end of turn 6. I'm within spitting distance of 2 more objectives. And I'm pretty close to making an assault happen over here. I've got units that can get into contact and keep this machine gun suppressed. I've got a bead drawn in them with my MG over here. So I'm feeling pretty good about my capacity to secure at least a mission minor victory, which is my goal, at least from this point, given the fact that I didn't take a draw, and I could have taken a draw, but I didn't. The enemy's probably up here, and we'll kind of see how that goes. But that is all the time we've got for this episode. So I'm going to have to put a pin in it. This was a tough one. I'm starting to really feel challenged by the game in a way in which I felt like I Wasn't as much during the scenarios particularly against the Vichy French, but now things are really picking up in difficulty, and I think that's good. I'm still having a hell of a time with this game. I'm still really, really enjoying it. Again, maybe this whole maneuver was just stupid, ridiculous even, but I feel like it was the right call, and now I'm in a really good position to take this MG and just generally advance into where the enemy is hidden up around here. So, we'll do that next turn when we return to San Fratello. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.